Right, all right. I think we are live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So cool. Thank you guys for joining in. And yeah, your questions, wherever you're watching on YouTube, you'll have the chat box. You can put your questions there. On Instagram in the comment. Actually, on Instagram, use the question sticker because that's just easier for me to see. And on TikTok, just use the comment box to answer your question. All right, the first one, LinkedIn tips for beginners. I mean, the biggest thing I would say on LinkedIn, make sure your profile is optimized. A lot of people, they don't optimize their LinkedIn profile. And when I say profile optimization on LinkedIn, if you look at my screen on YouTube, hopefully you can see it. The cover image, so start from the top, right? So very on the top, the cover image. I'm actually logged into someone else's, one of my clients' accounts. So I'm gonna log out. Let's sign in, and I'm gonna log into my own account, LinkedIn, so I can show you guys some stuff. So for LinkedIn, let's see, it's super slow. All right, let's go to the profile. So if you look on the top, the banner image, so use that. That's kind of like your billboard, right? So profile image should be good. Headline is very, very important. Some people like to use the formula, I help X do Y with Z. That's fine too. But make sure your headline is clear. And then those three things, the cover image, don't leave it blank. Use image that's professional. And then headline, make it super, super clear, like who do you want to work with and how you can help them. And then obviously the other thing is make sure all the sections of your profiles are complete. Don't leave anything blank. And the last thing is, so LinkedIn, guys, it's content platform. So don't just make profile on LinkedIn and like not use it, or only use it when you're looking for a new job. No, do not make that mistake. Create consistent content on LinkedIn. That's the way to. LinkedIn is sort of like the new Facebook with professional, obviously, angle on it. So yeah, those are my tips for LinkedIn. How to go live on YouTube? I have 31 subscribers. I believe to go live on YouTube, you have to check. You probably need 100 or maybe 1,000. I think it's 100, but check it out. Oh, that's a really good question. Instagram bio. So here's what I like to do, right? So here's my Instagram bio. So let's look at obviously the first one, your image, profile image. If it's you, make sure your face is clear, people can see you. If it's your brand, then use a logo. Now this is super, super important, this field right here, because this is searchable. So when people search for like marketing strategist, they're potentially going to be able to find me. So for example, if I search for, let's say, fitness coach, right? You see a lot of these people come up. And the reason is because they probably have fitness coach. Look at this, fitness and coach. See how cool that is? And let's do mindset coach. Let's look at that. Yeah, see how she has mindset coach? So that's the number two. Number one, your image, make it super, super clear, good one. Number two, this field right here, use the keyword that people can use to potentially find you. That's very important. And number three, obviously use in your bio too, you want to make sure your couple of lines, you clearly tell what you do. I help restaurant owners do XYZ. I help business owners do Z, whatever it may be. And the other lines, you can use it if you have any kind of like flex your muscles, so to speak. You can state those. Like in my case, I'm saying I have like 100,000 students and featured on Forbes, Apple. So those are like credibility builders or boosters, I would say. And then the last one is call to action. So wherever you want to lead people to. So in my case, I'm asking people to go to my YouTube, right? But you can ask them to download something. You can do like a lead generation link here. You can ask people to go to your website. So there's a lot of different options. So those are the things that I'll say about Instagram bio. I also like what we talked about for LinkedIn bio, that formula of I help X do Y. So example could be I help restaurant owners generate leads. I help business owners, generate sales from Instagram, right? So you can use that formula on Instagram as well. But the point is, you got to be clear, like, who do you want to work with? So, and you know why? Because when those people find you on Instagram or LinkedIn, they can easily get in touch with you. That's why. Great question. The next one, free video resources. So there's so many. I think there's a Pixabay or Pexels. So if you go to pixabay.com, let's see. I believe they probably have, they have videos too. So you can get free stock videos from Pixabay. There's also pexels.com. There's so many of these websites. They also have free videos. So those are the two that are on the top of my mind, but there's so many resources for free video. Is this your first live? No, it's not my first live. I think I've been doing live every pretty consistently. 1,000 to go live on YouTube. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you, thank you. I know they have this a limit or a requirement, so to speak. So if you want to go live, you gotta make sure you have that number. The display is too small, so let me change it. This might be easier. There you go. Now you guys might be able to see my screen more clearly. Let's see. Let's find more questions on Instagram. Productivity hack. So what I like to do is to be productive, like do one thing at a time. I know it's difficult and it's easier said than done, but I think that's the biggest productivity hack that I can share. Do one thing at a time. You can make a list of things, like a list of things you do, but then focus on one and only one. Don't try to switch between different tasks. So that works for me. What type of business you do? So I run a social agency. It's called, here's the link to my agency website, isocialu.com. If you guys are on my screen, so we work with different brands, e-commerce brand, global brands, startups to manage their social media campaigns. And there are a bunch of other things I do too, but that's like the main one. Let's see. Any Instagram hashtag strategies? Yes, there's so many. The biggest thing I would say, because I have so much content, go to my YouTube and just search for like Instagram hashtags, right? And you're gonna find a ton of these videos. So watch those videos because I go into detail. But overall, I would say use 30 hashtags. Use tool like Flick. That's my favorite tool to research hashtag. You use that tool, and then also you can create multiple sets of hashtags and then test those. But make sure you watch those videos. You're gonna learn a lot. Optimal Instagram Reels length. Most of my Instagram Reels, they're like 15 seconds or less. I know Instagram now, you can do up to 30. I have not tested it. I personally do 50 or less in most cases, but test it. And if you're curious about 30 seconds versus 15 seconds, make 3 reels 15 seconds, make another 3 reels close to 30 seconds, and then test them both. See which one works best for you. Facebook ads question. Can I start with purchase website conversion with new pixels, or do I have to start with the reach? Ooh, your question is confusing. Maybe ask another way. But if you have a brand new pixel installed on your website for Facebook ads, so Facebook Pixels tracks traffic after you install it. So it's only going to track after the installation. It's not going to go back. So if you have a brand new, pixel installed, make sure when you're using the pixel, you have enough audience in it. Because a lot of time people install Facebook Pixel a couple of days before, and they think not everything is going to work in their Facebook ad. You want to be careful about that. The quality of the traffic and the quantity of the traffic may not be enough. Another Facebook ads question: how do you attribute Facebook ads or Amazon store for purchase made by Amazon? I have no idea. I've never done that. So yeah, sorry, I cannot help you there. Let's see. Hello, I love your content. Thank you. Where can I find Google Ads jobs? So if you look for to do Google Ads for clients, a couple of places I always say this: go to Upwork, go to Fiverr, go to Facebook groups where people are already looking to outsource their Google Ads. That so, for example, you go to Facebook group like ClickFunnels. There are thousands and thousands of people in there, and search for Google Ads in it, and then see who needs help, and then reach out to them. TikTok is banned. How to follow you? So if yeah, TikTok's banned in your country. If you want to follow me, make sure you can follow me on Instagram, and also you post a lot of my content, probably more content on YouTube these days. So you can follow me on YouTube as well. I'm almost posting daily content, and recently I tested something. I wanted to test this. So you see how right here I'm using the thumbnails, and these work really well, like big faces, big text. But then last couple of videos, I wanted to test or experiment that, like, what if you don't use big faces, right? So these two videos, I did that experiment. So I'm gonna look at the data. I might make a video on that. So I do a lot of social media experiments on my YouTube channel. I think you guys will probably learn a lot from those. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Where can I seek work experience? By working with clients. That's the only way. You have to work to get the experience, right? You cannot just read or watch. Awesome. Thank you. You are welcome. Here's another one. 100 subs can't make a personal link for channel. That's strange. I think you do after 100 subs, you are able to make it. I do have a video here, so just search for, I think, custom URL, YouTube custom URL. Yeah, right here. So you can watch that video. But if you have 100 subs and you can't do it, then something is wrong. I would get in touch with YouTube or Google. Yell at them. No, I'm joking. Don't yell at them, but ask them nicely. It's funny. I hate how YouTube and Facebook, their customer service is not good, but sometimes they surprise me. When I crossed 10,000 subs on my YouTube channel, I was supposed to get stories on my mobile app, right? But I didn't have access to stories, so I sent them a message to the help, to the contact us, and in they didn't reply to me, but in like 24 hours, I had access to stories. So that tells me they probably don't have the bandwidth to reply to everyone, but they are watching, they're reading everything. How do you validate the Facebook ads? Can I get to see it rather than preview that Facebook offers? What do you mean? I mean, if you wanna, there's an option when you create Facebook ads, before you make it live, you can look at the preview, you can look at mobile, you can look at your desktop. So that's a way you can kind of validate before. The thing you can do is sometimes, drop your budget. And this is something I've done in the past. Like if you wanted to check something, we'll run the ad, we'll submit it, but we'll use the budget that's very low, maybe like $1, and then run the campaign for like a day or two. So when the campaign is live, you can kind of like see or check if you want to see something. I think that's another way. One other thing I'll mention, I think you mentioned about Amazon store. So I have not run any Facebook ads to promote Amazon products. But from what I've seen from other people, is if you have Amazon store, FBA, or other listings, using Amazon ads might be actually more beneficial. I don't know, but I have not had any personal experience. All right, let's see. You guys have some really, really All right, next question is, does Instagram Reels use hashtag? Yes, they do. And you know what's interesting? I did this experiment, and you can watch the results on my YouTube video, but I stopped using hashtags, or I wasn't using hashtag on my Instagram Reels, and my reach went like down. So I do recommend that you test with using hashtags. So most of my Instagram Reels, I do use hashtags, and also uh, share the preview to your feed. So yeah, the hashtags do work on Instagram Reels. Great question. It's kind of like similar question. How to get more views on Instagram Reels? So number one, the content has to be good, right? That's given. Number two, use hashtags. And number three, um, share your Instagram Reels preview to your feed. And then number four, engage. This is something you can kind of like a strategy you can test before you post your Reels. Go back and reply to all of your comments. Now, this is something I don't do it as much, but if your goal is to get more views and engagement on Reels, so just before you post, go back and reply to all of your comments, um, and then post your content. You know why? Because those people will get like a notification that you posted, or that you posted, or that you replied, and then when they come to your account, now you have a new piece of content. So that's something you can test. Awesome. I love your content. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. All right, which Instagram hashtags is the best to use for your business? How to find it? Again, so I always say Instagram hashtag, two things. They have to be the right type for your business and also the right size. What do I mean by that? So for example, here's my Instagram account. So if I use hashtags like, let's say, social media, that hashtag has like 21 million posts, right? So that hashtag has too much traffic. I'm never going to get ranked and I'll be lost, right? So that hashtag probably will not work for my account. You can test it, but what I like to do, and want to learn about hashtags and businesses and what type to use, what size, go to my YouTube, and there's a tool that I use. It's called Flick. So search for Flick, and then you'll see like a couple of tutorials. You can watch those, and then you can see how, like, my step-by-step process of finding these hashtags. But yeah, the hashtags on Instagram, they have to be right size and the right type. All right, let's see. The Insta Fire Chat option isn't working after updating. You don't have that feature yet. I know whenever Instagram launches new stuff or new features, I think you're talking about this reel I posted. They have this is really cool. I love that. So when you send DMs to people, you can kind of create, fire like this. But not everyone gets these new features at the same time. I think maybe give it a couple of days or something, you might get that. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Do you think a giveaway is a marketing strategy? Yes, but you have to make sure the giveaway is in alignment with your business and also the audience, right? So don't just give away. Some people just give away iPads or like other big prizes. So it's gonna attract people, but they're probably not the right type of people, right? So for giveaways, I like to think of like, who's my audience and what's their biggest pain point, and how can I give them something that solves their pain point. So those are the type of giveaways I like. For e-commerce, I think the classic uh, the discounts or the free shipping, those can work too. But yeah, make sure the giveaway is in alignment with your business and with your audience. That's what I like to do. right, guys, so I'm gonna look for a couple more questions. Hello, hello, thanks for tuning in. I do have a meeting coming up, so if there's one last question, I'll take that. What's your thoughts about Shopify? I love Shopify. I think for e-commerce, I like the drop shipping model a lot. At my agency, we work with some Shopify store owners. We run their Facebook ad campaigns. So I don't have my own drop shipping business, but I love the business model. I think anything online, commerce online, that's the future. I'm so bullish on that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will do this again. So save your questions. And if I didn't get to your question, sorry about that. I do have to run. I got a meeting coming up. And then we will do this again. Thank you. Be safe.